What breathing techniques would you recommend to help us get through this film?
Oh my God, I needed breathing techniques to get through making it. Just some good, deep breaths. I would find myself shallow breathing in those scenes all the time, and then on cut I'd be like, okay, come back and try and settle myself. So yeah, just some good deep breaths, I think, if you're feeling that way.
Okay. I mean, it is nonstop for the audience from the very beginning. What would you do between scenes to sort of de-escalate?
Mess around.
Yeah. Tell me the funny stuff that happened in that cabin, please.
Oh,
Something
what you
happy
want.
times.
Yeah.
there was just a lot of there was a lot of laughter, a lot of messing around. Not necessarily in the cabin, but outside of the cabin, around Crafty, on our set chairs. There was some Irish dancing that happened.
Oh my God.
Abby is a very limber performer, yoga-wise, some athletics.
So
Lots
you.
of
You gave
thank
Irish
you.
dance,
Yeah, I gave
yeah.
Irish dancing. I can
You
be-
gave Irish dance.
Kristen is a spicy little nugget. She's such a hoot, and we would do a lot of sorry, popping my poppers.
I was like, what's that? You're popping your little pants.
She is a lot of fun. So we played Just Dance on the PlayStation with her, which is actually
Oh my
surprisingly sweaty. I went ice skating with her. She's an incredible pro ice skater. So yeah, in between all of that intensity, we made sure to hold on to reality and have some fun.
Excellent. Dave Bautista is banging on your door in real life. What do you do?
Invite him in for a cup of tea,
Yes.
right?
Put on some gentle jazz.
Ooh,
Get a
and go
nice
deep.
bottle of red.
Okay, yeah, you've gone different.
Yeah. No, I wasn't going romantic.
No.
I
I
mean,
wasn't
I
thinking
would.
romantic. No, I wasn't thinking romantic. You've kind of gone more Dave style. I think that's what he'd be into.
Yeah, he would be into that. And just drop in. He's such a soulful
Gentle.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Is there a note that Night gave either of you that you feel like will stay with you well past this experience?
I think the interesting thing, I think both of us found the most interesting note that he kept on saying to us before takes was, play love. Think about loving each other. And that kind of informed, I think particularly for me, because so much of what Andrew is doing is trying to defend and trying to escape the situation. And it all could have been played with anger, not motivated by something, but it was always, he'd bring us back to loving our family and loving each other. And that was I think the most helpful note there.
Kristen, it was her first movie, so we were watching her get an education in how to act on screen. So the thing that Knight would say to her all the time, yell from the other side of the camera, that has stayed with me. And even when I was just doing a play, I would sometimes, when I would go sort of out of it, I would hear Knight saying, think the thoughts.
Think the thoughts.
Think the thoughts, Kristen. Are you thinking the thoughts? We would say I kind of need to be reminded to think the thoughts, because as adult actors, you can start to fake it or not even realize you're faking it. And it was nice to be reminded that you have to stay ultra present and really think the thoughts.
I mean, that's a metaphor for life, not just
For
on
life.
Yes.
Think those thoughts.
Thank you, Night.
Thank you, Knight. Thank you, Knight.
Where does this cameo rank for you out of all of your cameos?
Well, I think on degree of difficulty of how to get it into the movie, this was number one. This was, it was impossible. You never leave the cabin, so how can you get this Indian guy into the cabin? So I did, and you know what? It was funny because I don't really think like that. Some movies I can't fit. I know this doesn't naturally work, so I don't think. But then I had this kind of silly idea. And then I was like, you know what? I said it to everybody. Hey, I have this silly idea. And we ended up shooting it first. That was the first thing that we shot. I was like, if it never happens, it never happens. And then the editor put it in. And she was like, hey, I cut it in. It's hilarious. And I was like, you're kidding. It worked?
Totally worked. I will just say I wanted something crunchy afterwards, and we'll leave it at that. How would you say that this film reflects where you are in your life right now?
You know, there's three things as you say that. I mean, you can tell when you watch the movie that I'm in a kind of philosophical place and a lovely place, even though I'm dealing with, struggling with fears, about the primary thing is the family. And, as the kids get older and my parents are so frail and old and, I know you're lucky to have this configuration because the next time I see you, it may not be like this, and so that's scary. And I'm always going through that. And then the other thing that we're all going through is, as a group. And as we're facing things that really require an answer to answer it, we have to stop tribalism. That's so baked into us, you know? And so as I see this struggle happening of letting go of tribalism to make it larger answers, that's on my mind. And then the thing that I feel deeply, that I felt since a kid, which is not something I struggle over, but I want others to feel, is I believe in each other. I believe in everybody, you know? Even when they hurt you, I believe in that. So those are the things the movie's about.
Yeah, some people have called this film very dark.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I found that because I'm such an optimist, because I'm such an emotional guy, the only way anybody can tolerate my storytelling is if I get into genre and I go, oh, because I equally love scaring you and making you uncomfortable. So that balance of the two is critical.
Yeah.
So it is very dark, but it is also very light at the same time. It allows more light to come in.
Do you have, at least from everything that I've read, you have a very specific vision when you are directing.
Yeah.
Do you want audiences to have a specific reaction
Yeah.
to what you've put together?
Yeah, what ends up happening is, like, my process is so specific of how I'm making a movie. The actors almost are, they're taught choreography almost. That's almost how it feels, in a beautiful way, I'm saying. And why the movement of the camera, why you're moving from the chair to that thing, and the thought pattern behind the kind of everything, the blocking, the dialogue. And then the audience, when they first see the movie as I'm making it, are not quite seeing that. They're seeing their own version. And that's because when you juxtapose this image against that image, a third thing happens that the audience is seeing that I don't even see. The process of making the movie is getting us to see the same movie. Sometimes I get it there, sometimes I don't. And this one, I felt like I got it there, where the movie that you guys are seeing in the movie I was telling are the same movie. So I know where you are emotionally at every beat. And when the credits roll, you're where I was as a storyteller.
Yeah. When do your ideas come to you? Are you driving in the car? Do you have your phone next to your bed so you can wake up and write something down? Is it a process where you sit in a room and force yourself to think about things?
You know, it used to be something I was scared about, you know, because it felt like a lightning bolt when I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Like, I would try, and I wanted you wanted to achieve, wanted to do this, and try, and it's not easy and not good. And then suddenly, lightning bolt idea, and then you're going, well, how did that happen? And then you try to mimic that, like a baseball player or something watching a sporting event. Oh, I was wearing Red Sox, so I'm going to wear Red Sox. You do everything you can to get the lightning bolt. And then, that's not the way to do it. And I guess it's been 30 years of trying to get lightning bolts. And I'm better at just relaxing into that place of letting it come to me, Like, my new movie was just thinking about just trying to solve something. And I was doing it actually with my daughter, my oldest daughter, and I just started riffing and riffing and riffing and riffing. And it was so fun, and the whole movie structure came out, and I was like, well, I guess I got my next movie. It was like that. It was like lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. And that's so wonderful to feel. And I wish everyone could feel that, because everybody is capable of being, like, connected to something larger.
Yeah. Well, lightning has struck more than twice for you. So thank you so much.
Thank
Such
you.
a great movie.
Thank
Great
you
to
so
chat with
much.
you.